Apache. So, or Chinook. So yeah, it's a loud helicopter. I know.
Turn it down.
Ah, fine.
Do it.
Thank you. So, what part of the parade were you in? Tone?
I've been in
Main
many.
attraction?
Yes. We'll go with that. Over the years, yeah, I've been in a lot of different ones, and some good, some not so good. Yeah, like it depends. It depends. Like I remember years and years ago, in Cub Scouts, you'd be on the back of the trailer and you'd be doing whatever.
Wave.
Yeah, you have to practice the wave. It's a big wave, and but yeah, as the years go on, it could be anything. I got roped into down in Banagher some years ago. The river cruisers, right? So they're all these, like a Dutch steel cruiser boats, right? And they have them up and down Banagher, and they do it for St. Patrick's Day. It's a big.
All right, guys. Hopefully this comes across okay. You guys will have to let me know.
Sailing. We'll go with sailing. And yeah, I had to dress up, and I got a St. Patrick's costume, for want of a better word, and actually wore it on the stream one night as well. It was grand now. It was worth it, but it took about 3 days to take it off again. What did you know?
Too many bobby pins.
Right, it was nuts. But yeah, it's there's always a big to do. Like you have parades or whatever during the day, which is great. It's a family orientated thing. It's all happy and crack. And then in the evening time, depending on where you go, of course, well, it's all the traditional music, and it's all about just kind of spending time together and having a bit of fun. I mean, that's what it encompasses. It's spending some time with family or friends, and despite your best intentions, you'll have some sort of a headache the next day, wondering what happened. But, yeah, it's good.
Well, then it's great to have fun and spend time with you and our little Twitch family here then.
Absolutely.
Cute.
Peter, just let me know when you've been done with your volume. Can you receive?
Oh, yeah.
Also, a question
my
in the chat. Is the music up, down? Not really been flying all the time. Usually I autopilot. Alright. I can't fly all the time except for takeoffs and landings. But I've got this one trimmed pretty nicely now. I'm only doing a very light touch to the controls. And this Diamond DB20 is way to fly. Okay, there's everybody up ahead. Working on getting us over there. Alright, here's Peter's point of view again. Chat, let us know if the sounds are good now.
Yeah. So there's actually, you can actually click here the two little audio headphones. And when you click on it, it's actually, it's the sound more. When you click acceptable level, it's the sound more. Acceptable level, it's the sound.
Now, on the subject of tasty beverages, but I do have, for St. Patrick's Day celebrations later, but I do have for St. Patrick's Day celebrations, bottle of Irish whiskey, green spot, bottle of Irish whiskey, green spot, I'm a St. Patrick's Day. Bear with me for just a second, guys. I'll cut off. I'm a St. Patrick's. Bear with me for just a second, guys.
I had them ship over this Irish water to
So
me.
it looks like it's coming through just
Really
fine.
great quality. 1992.
Oh, Jane, don't spoil yourself.
I love when you see those.
Right?
I love when you see those adverts, water from like 2,000-year-old volcanic.
Yeah.
Best before April.
I'm a little late to the party because I didn't realize it was already happening. I thought it was later, but Jane, airlock dock wants to know if your water is a stream. Turbulence here today.
Just double check, Oh my god. It's clear. Phew.
Mine is also clear, actually. Yeah, I thought I had two cans of Guinness in my fridge. And I absolutely had them. But they were good until 2021. So I
They'll be
threw.
grand. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I thought that, so I opened them up and I tried to pour it, but it didn't want to come out.
Oh, wow.
So I ended up.
Tips.
So then I went to the store. And, they didn't have.
Trying to get up here.
It was a small town. But then I find a Belgian beer which was aged in Irish whiskey barrels. And I thought, well, that's a nice start, right? Can
Looks like it's coming through okay,
It turns
guys.
out we absolutely can.
Yeah,
Because
definitely let me
right
know.
now I have here one bottle of Jameson Stout Edition.
Nice.
Took off a little
So this is
double
whiskey.
Irish.
Exactly. It's
A little
whiskey
too
finished
quickly here,
in
trying to
craft
keep
beer
up with
barrels. So
everybody.
it's the other way around, which is way more to my liking.
Is it singing Peter?
Yeah, well, without further ado, because I'm not.
Oh, there it goes.
I'll pour it in the glass
Well,
first.
I've got a question for.
And turn on the video.
I'm going to preface it by asking a question. So, Simtom, you're from Belgium. What is the general impression amongst Belgian people regarding the quality of Stella?
Yeah, I turned the graphics down to medium, so I'm hoping it's coming through okay. It doesn't look like it's dropping frames or
I don't know about that. I know we have good beers.
It's coming out clear. It's fine.
sweet, dude. Appreciate it.
So the reason I asked this is because, it's my understanding, I could be wrong, Captain, correct me, but in Belgium, Stella Artois is kind of like Budweiser. But yet in North America, it's considered by other groups like European.
Probably a bit loud right there. Imagine it.
I think it's the same with Heineken, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah. So here in Heineken is the
Everything else is fine.
really likes Heineken. It's there. Nothing else, but. But in America, if you order a Heineken, it is something.
Let's see.
So the reason I asked this
Little,
is
like,
now I'm going to turn
frame
this over to
drops.
Two-Tone.
Little frame droppies.
What is the impression
That's
of
awesome,
Guinness in Ireland?
Cheers.
Let's see. Spatial.
Oh, it's very important. Here's the thing, right? So it's gas. Irish people who like
the
drinking
engines
Guinness,
down.
there tend to be some sort of Guinness connoisseurs, you know.
Hopefully that helped out a
and,
little
and
bit.
there's all. It depends. Some people like their Guinness chilled, very very cold. But seemingly the old original way of drinking Guinness was actually at room temperature. And,
Exactly.
I can't do anything with that
which
yet.
is that's an
I'll have to wait
appreciation
till
in itself,
until-
you know. Yes, it's a nice warm day. I'll have a pint of warm Guinness, please. There's no doubt it's very very popular. You know, I mean, it's a heavy beer though. Like it's beer, it's a heavy stout.
know.
Some people love it, and some people can't fathom it at all. And there's a lot of
Alright.
other
Yeah,
ones.
no problem,
So you know, in terms of stouts, you
Jump
have
back
Murphy's, you
in
have
here.
Beamish. There's all different brands, whatever. And yeah, I don't know. It's Guinness is just kind of the thing. People always think Irish people, typical, will go on holidays. Well, where were you? I was out in Spain. Oh, right, yeah. Did they have Guinness? Yeah, Jess, it wasn't great though. Do you know, it's like, well, what do you think? So, but yeah, like it's a huge industry. And like they try and do mad things like, you know, Guinness inspired chips, Guinness inspired confectionery or candy or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. If people who swear by it, then other people are like, okay.
Kind of limited on the planes I have, guys, but
We have some dedicated Irish pubs here in the Netherlands, where they have a rich variety of Murphys.
Yeah.
Irish red, Irish stout.
So they're topic of Irish pubs, because they are popular all over the world. The Irish pub is an institution. You can go into any major city, anywhere, even small towns, and find Irish pubs, no matter where you are. There's a company, if you want to be a proprietor and open your own Irish pub, there is a company that sells
cruise
the
speed on
Irish
this one
pub
is supposed to
starter
be
pub.
like 110 or
They're shipping
so.
container.
But
that's
I've got
the
us
exact cost,
I've
but
got
it's
us
like
going a bit
everything you
faster
need
at the
to open
moment.
your own
So we're
Irish
trying to
pub.
catch up there.
And they send it to you in a shipping container. And it's, all you need is to rent a space that you can then host your own Irish pub.
So let me get this straight. I can actually order a container, which enables me to have my own Irish flag.
I can probably tell you what's in that container though. Like
Yeah.
there's probably 3 stools, a Bowron, a barrel of Guinness, you know, tin missile.
3 cubic meters of stout.
A bunch of,
Do this.
bunch of like Guinness.
There's the rest of the community back behind us.
And, you know, a
Guys
dark
coming up
board.
pretty quick. You got TBM.
That's not all that Columbia's seeing you then.
And a very wiseful barman.
What's bad about it? You know, I was only about 2 minutes behind these guys, and they're already
Would've been
fighting.
good to
They
think
put
like
that one in last
Just
because that-
far too long in the game.
Might have been just an airport.
It is literally everything you need.
Wow.
We are flying with the official
Keep the ship
Microsoft
moving.
flight simulator.
Yeah, I want to order it now.
Where's the ship moving?
So we're in a place called County Mayo, and that's where the
Wow.
Loch Wheel Lake. That's what we're going to at the moment. And if you look at Sligo over to County Mayo, Galway, so we're passing by, we'll be fairly close to Westport in Mayo here now shortly.
Turn
And,
up there.
it's famous for, obviously, you can see from the scenery, just beautiful mountains of this next to us. Stunning. And, you know, there's a ton of lakes and there's hundreds of little islands off Westport as well. It's cool.
Yes, Steam and MSD players can play.
And Xbox players too.
And cloud.
And Xbox Cloud gamers. Yeah, no matter what platform you're on, we can all fly
Pass
together.
by.
How many people are flying? You have to do a count. Go on and do a count for Greg.
Well, I'm just looking around. I see at least probably 30 switching around 360 degrees around my aircraft.
Press 1 if you're flying with us. 2 if you're just hanging out in chat.
I see Peter to my 2 o'clock row, and Digital John's flying the M500. Those of you who don't know, Digital John is one of the developers over at John Fredman, flying one of their new aircraft, the M400 Mini, or M500, sorry, Mini helicopter. Yep.
That is so much fun.
It's brilliant.
That was terrifying in the real life. Could you imagine that in real, like, for real if you were to hop into that? Yes, yes.
Nope.
This is totally safe.
It's
like
a
a-
single seat helicopter, right?
Yes, it's a coffin with the main rotor, basically.
Yeah, it actually has a reputation of being like, if you're up, you know.
So they actually use an APU engine from, I believe, a Chinook or an Apache. I think a Chinook. So the APU of the Chinook is the one that powers the engine. It's the main engine for this aircraft.
What do you think, guys? Do you prefer inside or
I
outside?
mean, that's a big helicopter, or a big engine to power a really small helicopter.
Well, if you see, you can see it here.
Sorry, guys. It got really loud when you went outside. Wow.
Well done.
We're getting some complaints about the sound effects again. I think that was when it was on your point of view, Peter.
Outside it is loud, but inside
Can you just adjust the volume on your CDs?
yeah, I'll tune down OBS a bit as well.
Okay.
How's the Osprey going?
There we go. Now we're catching up.
It's flying. Level.
There's still a few that are way out in front of us. So.
Wait until you
there
have
I
to
have
land.
to. Well, I didn't have to restart, but you didn't see that because somehow I
it's-
killed all the enemies.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
not like I want you for that or something.
No.
Nah, it's fine. So you actually crash and burned.
Well, no one saw it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
You know, Tom brings up a good point. Remember last week, both Peter and I, we both claimed to have made beautiful, smooth grease butter landings. But we weren't on our point of view at the time, so no one saw it. And so the rule is, if it's not witnessed, it doesn't count. But,
What?
you know, you got to take the good with the bad. If you crash your plane and nobody sees it, that also doesn't count.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, might be
Live,
flying
live
a
by
bit
the
faster.
sword and die by the sword.
Yeah,
All
my
of you.
530 doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Because I'm already at the first touch.
So see a question there by Energizer the Kermit. It's like, Murph, what's the underlying reason for the ball in a Guinness can? So in a can of Guinness, but most of
There's a
them,
bowl. Yeah.
there's a ball. It's called a widget. And see, we were making widgets long before widgets were widgets, right? But yeah, it's called a widget. But the idea was it was to kind of aggravate, the drink to give the head, to give the foamy top.
Foamy, yeah. Otherwise, it's just dead when you pour it out. You have to tease it a bit.
There's definitely an art to getting a proper pour on a Guinness.
Will you teach us the proper pour?
Teach us, master.
Well, you know, I will have to buy a Irish pub in a shipping container.
There. What do you mean, Skeeto, you're certified?
You know, you certified in pouring Guinness.
It's a thing. You go to the Guinness storehouse at the brew house, you get a certificate, a master
What?
certified. What do they call them? Is it a master pourer? I think.
Wait, so you...
Why don't I know that? Why
Oh,
am I
yeah.
not one?
take to get certified, like 10 minutes, or?
I want to get certified and a shipping container. I want so much in life.
My
Thank you, you gave me a reason to live.
changed drastically.
Take a trip to St. James Gates and go
I
to
will.
the Guinness Brewery.
It's not even that awfully far. It's just like 1 hour flight or something.
What? in your in a GA plane, or?
No, in a proper
Oh,
plane.
okay.
No. A proper dual engine jet.
So we have a formation formed up here off my left wing, and a couple of 339s and an extra 300. Looks fantastic.
Oh, gorgeous. You mean on your clay?
See, that was brilliant.
Wow.
Well done.
Fantastic.
Well,
I learned. I don't remember right.
Jess,
Iron Wings
Jess.
VP
Yeah.
has got an interesting question here. Has anyone landed on Burj Al Arab? Now, for those of you who don't know, this is a real thing. Earlier this week, you can look this up. There was a stunt pilot from Red Bull, trained for
Mike.
over 2 years to do this. Flew a variant of a Cub.
Oh, he's going to talk
very,
about the.
capable short takeoff and landing aircraft.
He's going to talk
And
about landing on
landed
the
the
helipad.
Cub successfully on the helipad of the Burj Al Arab. If you don't know what that building is, that's the very famous quote-unquote 7-star hotel in Dubai. They claim that they're so luxurious. It's not a 5-star, it's not a 6-star, it's a 7-star hotel. That's their marketing claim. But you've probably seen the helipad of this before. I know there's been some famous tennis matches that have been played up on top of this helipad. But yeah, earlier this week, a stunt pilot from Red Bull actually landed a plane on that helipad. And of course, that building, the Burj Al Arab, exists in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if you go to Dubai and spawn in with a Cub, you can attempt that stunt feat yourself. As I see Blue Yonder claims, it says, I did, and Red Bull responded to the TikTok I made about it.
Nice.
Yeah, I was monitoring that after that Red Bull clip went viral. I was just looking on Microsoft Flight Simulator from the world map. There were a lot of planes, probably still are actually. If you go to Dubai right now in Microsoft Flight Sim, there's a lot
all
of
trying to
people
do it?
attempting that. Yeah,
Nice.
why don't they get a helicopter?
that's the easy mode.
Like I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you actually managed to get it from flying to hovering.
You missed the part where I smashed at 5,000 feet.
Right, and then into the vortex ring Tate and down you went. But yeah,
Maybe, sure.
Yeah.
We are.
2 comments from chat here. One, JJ's movie hole asked, is it possible to turn on player names while in flight? Yeah, there's a keybind. I think it's called just toggle player nameplates or something like that. Just search for it in your control options. I'll show you
Backspace is
on,
by default, I believe.
on my point of view. I've got it set up. So look at all these player names down here with the key button. I can disable them and then push it again and bring them back. So just like that. I can't remember what the command is called. You can search for it in your key bindings. And then
But-
second question came from Hex the Legend. Says, guys, why I can't fly the Dark Star anymore?
What?
I don't know, Hex. Why can't you fly the Dark Star? That was your signature aircraft. Wouldn't be the same without you flying the Dark Star.
I had to fly the Dark Star the other night. It was a challenge that I lost. And yeah, that thing is isn't it?
It's something else.
Yeah, something.
I did the Top Gun Transcontinental Challenge. From
Yeah,
Edwards Air
I
Force
can't
Base
believe I
in
can't
Space.
catch up with this helicopter. That's pretty
And
crazy.
I got the achievement for that. I was impressed. I successfully landed at Kennedy first try. You know, for someone like Tex who flies the Dark Star all the time, that probably doesn't mean much. But I was proud of myself.
Yeah, I want to.
So we're just kind of passing out over Westport now. Clew Bay, it's called. And all around this part of Ireland, way back in the day, there was a number of sites that the Spanish Armadas arrived. There was all sorts of drama going on in the country back then. But you had both French and Spanish fleets arriving to help out the Irish because there was all sorts of, well, as I said, drama going on. But going back even further, since it is St. Patrick's Day, well, further back up in Mayo, where you have kind of, I want to say down Patrick Head, but Crow Patrick as well, up by the cagey fields. And so the story behind St. Patrick, for anyone who's interested now, we're saying, who's this fella Patrick and why does he have a day? Well, there's a religious kind of a background to it. But the story is, they can't pinpoint exactly the date. It was in and around the 5th century. And the story goes, he was kidnapped from England by a bunch of Irish pirates, which I can only imagine, like, could you imagine the crack of them lads, right? And anyway, they dragged him over here, and then when he went back, he got freed. He went into the whole kind of converting them to Christianity kind of jazz. And that's why, like, a lot of Irish places or Irish kind of religious icons, if you like, well, they're kind of pagan beliefs, and then, you know, they were morphed into Christianity, and we've all these saints and scholars and all this sort of stuff. But yeah, it's the story that kind of came across, you know, how we manoeuvred around Ireland. When you think about it, as small as the island is, you know, you go back to the 5th century, it could have taken weeks to get from the east coast to the west coast. There was no straight roads or trails. It was pretty much a lot of forest. And of course, you would have had the River Shannon, which is kind of the main artery on the island. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. And then we just, you know, we a couple of pints about it now. It's great.
Question from TJ Turner asks, is this music from Riverdance? All our music is royalty-free that we're authorized to play on broadcast from Epidemic Sound. And I was searching today, they have all different genres, all different styles, and they had a playlist of instrumental
So you can see
Irish
the F-30, well, it says it's an F-35.
or Irish-inspired music. And I
Doesn't
thought
look
it
like an
was
F-35.
user-streamed, and that's-
Maybe because I don't have that one downloaded? That could be.
Alex says, top of the evening to y'all.
Spitfire.
AI2W, no, that legitimately was not a plug. We don't get any kind of endorsement or kickback. In fact, we pay them. We subscribe to that service. But I know that we have a lot of Twitch streamers or YouTube content creators who are watching. If you're looking to use the music service, we've been very happy with that. Nerf, you also use it for the
I do, and what I love to do, right? I have some of the songs, right? Some of the songs that Epidemic have, but they sound a little bit, but not unlike, but exactly not the same as. They sound familiar, right? So, like, you know, and I have to name them, so I have them on the stream deck. So, like, I'll have, you know, what was it, for example? It would be, what's the one? Banjaxed, you know, and what's the other one I have? It's ACCC. You know what I mean? You know, and it's what was the other one I have? The recent one, I think it's Boon Jovi or Boon Javi or Boon Java, Boon Java, right?
That's so good.
But I know some of them are great. I love them. It's hard to get kind of, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to the music and everything else, the whole like. Do you remember back in the '90s when you had to get the tape cassette? And you know, those of you who remember, there was a way. Sell a tape, and well, anyway, but its music has gone nuts now. So like, it's hard to get decent music. And Epidemic Sound, it's from a streamer's perspective, it's grand, very good. If you didn't have that, we'd have to resort to making our own music. And I don't know about you, but like, could you imagine?
Or pay a lot of money. Yeah.
Are you
Well, you know,
musically inclined, Two-Tone?
As you can see right here, I've got 3 guitars in the background behind me. Jane, you've got a cello. behind you, so it's not like we're totally helpless when it comes to making music, but I don't think we can play and fly at the same time.
I can
Certainly
sing
you
very
wouldn't
beautifully.
want to see us do that.
But here's the thing.
We try.
Here's the thing. I have a keyboard over there. I have a violin right over here, and then I have a guitar over there. Can't play any of them, but they look interesting.
Well, Tom, you say that we should try, but we already tried it, and it's still being clipped and replayed.
I meant instrumental.
Right.
It's better. Safe.
Yes. Yeah. But
That's true.
even Skidor said,
So guys,
try the system.
what are we thinking?
Murph, we had a question from chat from Hangar Studios. Are we flying anywhere near the Blarney Stone in today's flights?
Not today, no. The Blarney Stone is down in County Cork, in Blarney itself, which is it's not terribly far from here. Like it's once we get down to kind of Galway, maybe in this aircraft 40 minutes. But over this neck of the woods, it's gas because like these islands, these are kind of ye old traditional. I mean, this is kind of as Irish as you can get out here. So Inishbofin, the first island we're flying to, it's very, very popular during the summer months as a tourist destination. I've been there. So you have to park the car on the mainland and you get the ferry across, right? And the captain, the skipper of the ferry, well, he's gas, right? Because you don't know, is he actually going to bring you to where it is you want to go? And then once you're at ease and he's like, no, it's okay, it's grand, we'll take you there. You definitely don't know if he's going to bring you back again. He's a character. But Inishbofin is the sort of an island that there's 2 hotels. Anyway, day 1, come out your hotel, turn left, and walk around the island. Day 2, come out the hotel, turn right, and walk around the island. That's all you can pretty much do there. Now, it's beautiful, and if you get the weather, it is stunning. It's really, really nice. Inishbofin is the name of it. And it has the old, quintessential Irish cottage. Do you know what I mean? The thatched roofs and all the rocks and all this sort of jazz.
Wow, look at
the brickwork.
that.
And it's stunning. And that's out in Inishbofin.
I got to jump in. Do you see there's thatched roof cottages?
Oh, yeah.
Can you burninate the thatched roof cottages?
Can you turn it next?
Someone in chat got that reference, I'm sure.
I've heard it before. Is that out of a movie? Burning
Yeah, Avoici has got it. Trogdor was a man. Well, actually, he was a dragon man. Yeah, you know it. Or maybe he was just a dragon. Yes. Look up Trogdor the Burninator if you're unfamiliar with that one, and your life will be forever changed. Voicey will attest to that. He said, "Consummate fees. This guy wouldn't know majesty if you bit him in the face."
In the Blue Yonder wants to know, is it bad to lick the well, you're not supposed to lick the Blarney Stone. You're supposed to kiss the Blarney Stone. And see well, I won't like burst the bubble there, but you know what I mean. But you're supposed to kiss the Blarney Stone, and it gives you the gift of the god, or the gift of the gap. Gift of the gap. And that's what they do. I don't know who, now, lads, I don't know who came up with this, but he was a genius. Could you imagine, a late Wednesday afternoon, Irish weather, it's raining, it's cold, and someone comes up, what's this over here? Well, that's the Blarney Stone, so it is. Oh yeah, and what you do? Well, sure, give me a fiver and I'll show you, right? So you have to bend over backwards, and they hold you while you bend over backwards, and then you have to kiss it. You pay someone to bend you over backwards, kiss the stone, and then walk off again. Right, but and people do it. They actually queue for, well, not miles, they queue, and that's what they do.
Iron Wings news. Sorry, but I just read that Lance Reddick passed away. For those of you who don't know, Lance Reddick is an American actor. Probably most famously played Detective Daniel on the HBO series The Wire, which is an amazing television series. I've never seen it before, and Lance Reddick played a great role in that. So, very sad news. Sorry to hear that, Iron Wings.
Oh, no way. Played the police chief.
Yeah, eventually. In the earlier seasons, he was a detective, but he rose through the ranks in the later seasons.
That was a good spoiler. Sorry.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah. It's still watchable.
It just scratches from the list now.
Yeah, never mind then.
All right, chat. How is Peter's volume now? Is it still too loud, or is it better?
It's not. It's very, very acceptable.
What about from an external
Oh dear.
switch?
Downside is this thing's not one to trim.
How low can we go?
Pretty dusty.
So let's go nice and low. We all go. Yep.
I think I can go lower, but I don't want to.
There we go. I think we got it now.
Terrible.
Not terrible. Well, that's a ringing endorsement if I've ever heard one.
I'll take it.
Not great, not terrible.
That's what I strive for on the upcoming touch and go at where we
Yeah, same. Not-
Echo India Bravo. That's what I'm going to strive for the quality of my landing. Not
Not terrible.
terrible. Speaking of which, to our panel members, when you are approaching the airport and are on short final preparing to land, please let me know and I will switch over to your point of view.
Yeah, it might be not the most spectacular landing with a helicopter.
Try to do an auto rotation.
That will be
Yes.
more spectacular. Yes.
So yeah, this runway, I don't think it's not an active runway in the real
Well,
world.
it's closed.
Yeah. But sure, it's grand. We rang ahead. We were like, it's
Yeah.
totally fine. But I remember when they were building it, it was used a little bit. And the whole idea, again, it was all to do with tourism and whatever else. But I think that the ferry skipper wasn't too impressed. So that was the end of the runway. You know? We've got an Osprey over here with us as well. Nice.
Is that Simtom or another Osprey pilot?
I mean, it came out on the marketplace yesterday, so
That's
Well,
makes sense.
on the bright side, guys,
At least for PC, not the
71%, 87% CPU usage.
Was
And it spiked a little bit right there, but for the most part,
Oh,
Uh,
it's good.
our CPU
You
is
need a
staying right
PPL
about
to fly an
70.
ultralight.
Memory's way
no.
down.
You do need to be licensed, but you don't need a PPL. It's called different things in different countries. In the United
Looks
States,
like
it's called a light
we're
sport
doing
rating.
pretty good.
In
Yeah,
my
you-
country, Canada, it's called a recreational pilot permit.
Of course, GPU is
in
maxed,
Europe, do you know what it's called
but
here?
A LAPL, a LAPL,
What does that stand for?
LAPL, Light Aircraft Pilot License.
So you do not need a
Also
full
the
PPL.
medical?
Medical is also LAPL. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's also a separate class. So it's a bit, it's all less restrictive than a PPL. Of course, with the PPL you can actually bring passengers. With a LAPL you can bring one, I believe. But that's from the top of my head, so don't pay me. Oh, trees.
We'll pay you.
Trees.
Here's two-tone on short final.
The trees here in this little island.
Am I? Wait, am I following the wrong route?
Lovely.
I think I might be bringing up the rear today. Although I am probably in the slowest lane.
Same. Oh, my 530 is actually frozen, so I'm just following the pack.
Well, as you can see on my point of view, they all seem to be going generally the same place. So following the pack is very much
Follow me!
I think you're behind me, aren't you?
You were in sight in front of me earlier. I don't see you now. I do see Digital Jonks, and I know he was flying near you earlier. So yeah, I'm probably slightly behind you.
I don't want to look behind you because I don't want to. Fair.
That's good content.
Fair.
That's what the viewers want to see. It's like going to an auto race. People say they want to see the race. They want to really see the car crash.
I have two 500s near me and a 145. So it might be Jones. Sure. And a 407.
Airwolf theme
From Murphy.
intensified.
There is actually an Airwolf in development for
There is.
Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it looks awesome. I can't wait.
But the key determining factor
It's the
of what
sound.
that'll be good at, will it have when you start up the Airwolf, does it play the theme song?
Yeah, that's all that counts, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. That was such a great 80s TV.
I still, I showed it to my 7-year-old, and I still got goosebumps when I showed the theme. It's so cool. Back then.
Hey,
Now
Hex
just-
on
now
the
just
Dark
scored.
Star again. Yay!
So good.
T6 on my Joss.
I must be much further behind than it seems, because I could have swore I took off right behind him.
So many things here. This is awesome. I need to remember the Antonov isn't as well. Isn't there another Antonov, the AN2? Isn't that coming out in a week or two?
There is, releasing alongside Sim Update 12, which is our next famous flyer, Antonov AM2. Those of you who have been long-time viewers of the weekly, monthly developer thing for Senator RCL, we'll return to this in a second. This segue. You may recall that well over a year ago, Jorg announced that one of our future famous flyers was the Antonov AM2, and it's been delayed for geopolitical reasons. Obviously, Antonov is a company based in Ukraine. There's been a lot going on there, as we all know. So it's been on the back burner for a while, but we are ready now, very closely, kind of release of the Antonov AM2, and that'll be launching as a famous flyer alongside Sim Update 12. Now, on the topic of the developer live stream, Jane, what can you tell us?
I'll tell you the time and place, which is Tuesday, March 21st at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, which, boy. In Zulu time, let's see right now. Right, so 17:30 or 18:30? Nope, 17:30.
17:30, yeah.
17:30 Zulu time. About an hour and a half long. Be there.
I'm on short flight.
I've got you're on your point of view right now, Peter.
No pressure, Peter. Topaz.
No.
So here's the thing. When you're flying choppers, like, do you guys find it way easier if you're using something like eye tracking or VR? Or
VR is a factor 10
yeah.
more easy.
It's like I can dabble with them, but in VR it's like way much easier. You know?
Man, this would be so cool in
Right in
VR.
the middle of the workday. Well, you know, it depends where in the world you live. For our viewers in Europe, it's in the evening for them, and for other people, it's in the middle of the night. But we do record the video and we put it up on YouTube. So if you're unable to watch it live, you can catch all the recording of it later. Or one of our dedicated forum moderators, Ed31, he always volunteers to do a written transcript.
Yeah,
What
which is
a hero!
what the hero it is.
All right, I'm on short final. Looks like I'm coming in slightly high.
That's an understatement.
Do a bit of a forward slip here, lead off some of this altitude. There we go.
Yeah, this is a
All
top
right, looking
more
better
easy
now.
in VR. Oh, I'll cope.
Recover from that slip. Remember, my goal was, quote, not terrible
Not terrible. Yeah.
on this touchdown.
We need a sign. Not terrible.
Yeah. There we go. There's the touchdown, full throttle, flaps to take off. I will say that was indeed not terrible.
Terrible.
It was
Very.
not great, but it was not terrible. So task failed successfully.
Let's continue then.
Okay.
What's the heading?
Looks like 150.
Speed back here a little bit. So yeah, we're flying over. This is actually Clifton, this neck of the woods. Looking back into Galway then, and it's a very interesting kind of terrain setup. Like there's hundreds of little lakes down here.
Look at that formation flying alongside the
You like-
curve.
It's nuts.
Or since there's so many lakes out here, I'm just curious what the actual terrain like. Is it muddy? Like, can you walk through it? Are there little buildings out here? Like, what's the?
No, a lot of it's actually on limestone. There's a lot of rock up here.
Yeah.
And now, of course, there's plenty of bogland as well. But yeah, it's there's a ton of rock.
Just, really quickly looking at my 6 o'clock. Oh, there's Peter and Digital John, just at my 6 o'clock low. But look at all these other planes and pilots behind me now. What a great turnout for our St. Patrick's Day fly-in this week.
No, I have you inside.
For anyone who missed it, on Wednesday, 2 days ago, we had on this channel the preliminary qualifying heats of our Microsoft Flight Simulator Reno Air Race Series, presented by our title sponsor, Toby, which makes the Toby iTracker 5. And Jane and Peter, as part of our production crew on that, you were kind of doing all the technical behind-the-scenes work to make sure the stream ran smoothly. What was your opinion on the quality of those races? In the now again, this was not the grand finals. This was the preliminary qualifying heats. How would you say those went?
I feel like every heat had between 3 and 5 racers who were neck and neck the
All right,
entire
guys, here we
time.
come for our touch and go.
Right, I feel
Yeah.
like that's an objectively true statement. So you can imagine with that, like, edge of your seat, they just kept swapping between like first and third.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
it-
there were qualifications within 1.3 seconds, right? That were all 6 of them.
so fun.
Yeah, and so
That's
the
terrible.
grand finals are this Wednesday, coming up Wednesday, March 22nd. Same place, this Twitch channel, and that starts at 1900 Zulu. So same time, same place as last week. The grand finals,
That was too
I
hard.
suspect, are going to be super intense and exciting given the quality of competition. The 7 qualified pilots are all wicked fast. In fact, some of the pilots who did not qualify could very easily have been up there too. So we're going to be in for a real treat in terms of the quality of the competition this Wednesday. March
There's
22nd.
Hex. Hex the legend in the Dark Star. The stream is complete. We can stop now.
That was a terrible landing, guys. That was terrible. But it'll be alright. We got more chances.
Yeah, I gotta say, like the air racing is incredible. Like it was great fun getting to do it a couple of weeks ago, and like it when you see how close you can be, and I don't mean like how close in the air, I mean your times. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing between them.
I mean, there is one winning strategy, and so the people all know that, and they use it. And then when the performance is equalized, right, it causes tight racing, but it still is pretty awesome to look at, and everything can happen along the whole time of the race.
Yeah.
It's edge on your seat the whole time.
Yeah.
On the edge of your seat at the whole time.
Yeah, and well, it's a game of inches, and the racers are so good. Like you said, they've mastered the winning strategy. So it all comes down to execution and who makes the fewest mistakes.
Yeah, who steers it, navigates it tightest around the tightest.
You know,
Without-
and it's high risk, high reward. They're literally flying on the very edge of getting the best racing line without getting a pylon cut and getting penalized for that. And you know, we did see some really experienced high caliber racers did end up getting a pylon cut. They were playing it too risky. So, you know, high risk, high reward strategy. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
But then you have like wake turbulence. You just threw that in there for the crack. You think you're doing great, next thing you do, that's it. You're gone. Like it's amazing.
Murphy is not in the finals. He did join us back in January. We did a exhibition live stream with several of your favorite Microsoft Flight Sim, YouTube and Twitch content creators. Murph was part of that panel. But our event earlier this week was open to just the general public, any Microsoft Flight Sim player. Murph was not part of that group, but our 7 finalists, they are all wicked fast. They are so good. And so tune into the grand finals next Wednesday, March 22nd. 9:02 to see some really, really intense races.
I'm not competitive at all. That's what you know. It's fine. like a quarter of a second between you and me, CD? It was nothing.
Yeah, it was pretty close. The Blue Games was up there with us as well.
Yeah, he was. That was amazing. Yeah.
So Blue Games actually joined us on Wednesday earlier this week as one of our guest commentators for the races. And for the grand finals, we have Chewy94 is going to be joining us. Former professional esports personality and shoutcaster, and now is a Microsoft Flight Sim Twitch streamer. But he will be joining us as a guest commentator for the grand finals on Wednesday. Also joining us will be Greg Gibson, who works for the Real Reno Air Racing Association. He's got lots of knowledge and facts to share about the Real event. He's very important and joining us on Wednesday as well.
What will their name be now? Won't be Reno Air Racing, obviously.
Well, I mean, it could be. They said, for those of you who haven't heard, Reno Air Racing Association put out a press release last week saying that their agreement with Reno Stead Airport, where the Reno Air Races have been hosted since 1964, will be ending after this year. 2023 will be the last year that the air races happen at Reno Stead Airport. They've also agreed to do an air show but no races in 2024 at Reno Stead Airport. But that does not mean the air races are ending. Greg explained to us on the stream on Wednesday, they are actively looking for a new home. And it could still be in Reno. There are other airports in the Reno area, so it may still be the Reno Air Races, or it could move to a different city altogether. In the Blue Yonder community in our chat here, who have also heavily involved in the air races, a ground crew member for one of the race teams said there have been lots of interest from other cities to move the races.
That is a good sign. That we actually can choose instead of beg. How's it going, Jay?
Good, just chilling.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are you flying or is the other?
I'm autopilot.
Right. Wow. That's not how you train.
What am I training
Your PPL, or
Life.
did you forget?
for? Life.
Live training starts here.
Yeah.
Everything can be done automatically. Live training for you right there.
Yeah, for anyone who wasn't aware, Jane is enrolled in real-life flight training. She's a pre-solo student pilot. We should wish her all the best and monitoring her flight training progress. It's always super
Thanks.
exciting.
It's stagnant, probably.
Yeah, it's
For,
pretty
the
stable.
next couple years, but it's been fun.
So the first island here of the Aran Islands we're going to fly over is it's Inishmore, and there's a landmark here in real life. It's called Dunainsett or Dunainsett. I can't pronounce it. I never could. Dunainsett. But anyway, basically what it is, it's a fortification which is mad looking because it's almost as if they were defending the sea rather than the island. But it dates back to 1100 BC. And when you think about how kind of remote this area is, you know, you're far away from the Irish mainland with these islands, and there's kind of savage history here. So it's out, I think, roughly out of my right wing there, out here in Inishmore, and it's like a stone fort, literally, that goes out to nothing. It's most unusual, but you can check it out. Like, you can do a big search of it, and it's mad, Ted. Dunainsett on Inishmore dates back to 1100 BC.
Big hello to Captain Arash, who is in the chat. Captain Arash says, Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, Captain Rash.
For those of you who don't know, Captain Arash is another Microsoft Flight Sim Twitch streamer. I put a link to his channel there in the chat, so go ahead and give him a follow. Captain Arash, what day are you on now? One of the things that Captain Arash has been doing for over a year now has been flying around the world in Microsoft Flight Sim, doing a full circumnavigation of the entire planet in a Cessna 172, using only traditional non-GPS methods of navigation, such as VOR, compass, dead reckoning, etc. So very, very cool content creator. He's been doing it in legs and stages, and you must be getting pretty near the end now, Captain Arash. Fancy Duckman, if you click !fly like you did and click that link, read all the instructions. It has everything you need to know to join the flight is in that link. However, we are partway through the flight now, Murph, what is the ICAO of our next airport if you want to spawn in and join late?
Should be Echo India India Mike. EIIN.
There you go. So yeah, start your flight. We're on Southeast Asia server, Echo India India Mike. Start your flight there, and the rest of the pack will be doing a touch and go there pretty soon.
Well,
Now these airports are actually super close to each other. As soon as you kind of do a touch and go in one, you take off, and then before you know it, you're on a very short final to the second one. So good luck with that. And the weather usually out here it could be all sorts. They tend to fly the, do you know the Defender? What do they call it? The BN2 Islanders? The Britain Norman. They tend to fly them out here for island hopping, and it's cool.
Look at Sim Tom giving us some beautiful drone camera shots of this island. Captain Rush, it's been 2.5 years doing the journey, but day 228. We are 2/3 of the way.
Wow. That's great.
Chewy's here. Welcome, Chewy.
Good one, Chewie.
Sheepish. Look at that sheep. It's looking straight at us. It has an agenda.
he's cute.
Best. Meh. Meh.
All right, is anyone close to their touch and go at Echo India India Mike?
No, I'm only halfway through this leg.
Short final there.
What?
Come on, Peter.
Make sure we're on Murph's point of view.
I
Turn
can,
left burner.
I can teleport. I'm already going closely to BNE. I can't go any faster.
I don't think we're using live weather. We checked it out and it was not looking great today. Not good
I
flight.
actually just switched and it's pretty nice. Right
But
now.
it is nice though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The whole do. Once we land, we'll probably just circle around because the other runways are so close.
I'm still. So, look at my map. I'm still pretty far to the pack, or at least a pack, like that. We are only halfway through the leg.
I'm about 2/3.
2/3. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Go ahead and insight meter. I still have digital jog, so I can see.
Wow.
That's my 6 o'clock low.
You guys don't climb
with view information.
I was up with you there, but then I lost you, and I decided to go down again.
Let you. Suddenly just skipping the whole thing.
Sorry, what?
I need to do those.
Ah.
Cheater.
There's the Dark Star, presumably Hex the Legend.
I think we can assume that.
Right, 12 o'clock. It is indeed. There's the nameplate, Hex the Legend on the Dark Star. In front of me. We got
I think-
Al Zoo flying an Airbus to my 3 o'clock position, 2 o'clock now.
I think Hex is the only one allowed to fly the Dark Star in the street.
Well, anyone's allowed.
No, I think others will actively be blocked.
There's a group limit.
Yeah, one.
One Dark Star only.
CD, when are we going to do the Dark Star fight? That will be hilarious.
Well, maybe... I'm just thinking out loud here. Maybe on the anniversary or close to the anniversary of Charles Lindbergh flying across the Atlantic.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe we could do a New York to Paris Dark
Yes.
Star flight in 2 hours.
Absolutely. That's
Just thinking out loud. We'll see. Not confirmed.
Invite Hexus.
right. Hex, you're gonna be famous.
You can always do on the release, or the anniversary.
Oh. What is that?
Maybe.
How long,
Maybe?
how long did it take in the Blue Yonder? Was it 30 something hours?
Yeah, Blue Yonder was one of the first, if not the first, I'm not sure. He definitely did it the first to live stream it in real time to the Spirit of St. Louis from New York to Paris in real
31
time.
and a half hours. That's
Wow.
amazing.
Let's see if we can beat it in Dark Star.
I bet you can't.
Challenge accepted.
Alright, guys, we should be getting pretty close to the next touch and go spot.
So you have the west to east crossing, of course, which has Limbo. But you also had the very first east to west crossing, which happened a year later, in 1928, I want to say, in April. And that was actually flown by an aircraft called the Bremen. It was Junkers W-33. And the two Germans and an Irishman, and they took off from Baldonnel in Dublin. And they did the first east to west, which was considered much harder because they had to fly into the wind.
Right, yeah, you couldn't use the jet streams.
Yeah. And
Also, one of our local legendary aircraft, the Dornier DOJ, that plane was famous also for doing the east to west crossing of the Atlantic, but not the North Atlantic, like most of the crossings, but the South Atlantic. So they flew from Spain down the coast of Africa and then across to Brazil, in South America. That was the first crossing of the South Atlantic. That east to west as well. Idiot Movie Hole says, just bought the DOJ, very nice aircraft. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a very, very unique looking aircraft. Pusher, puller, dual prop configuration. Yeah, flying boat. And of course the great history behind it being flying across the South Atlantic.
Was it an Italian design or am I?
I think it was the Spanish crew that flew it.
Yeah,
I
but I
remember
thought
where the plane was designed. I mean, it's made by Dornier, which I think is German. Well, Captain Meowington, keep your engines and instruments in the green. We don't want you having an engine failure mid-flight.
that would be bad.
oh!
You know that the longest ever recorded flight was made in a Cessna 172 and lasted 64 days.
I did know that.
Yes, I did. know that.
They would refuel it. If you're wondering how they did this, and resupply the crew. They would have a truck that would speed along the runway, and then they had like a hook device, and they would like reach down with their hook and get like buckets of fuel, which they would then refuel their own plane midair, and food and drink as well.
That's insane.
Yes. Imagine it.
Who did that? Who's responsible for this?
Imagine sitting 64 days in a seat and then let
Right.
alone
Yeah.
have to refuel with a truck driving next to you. I mean,
A stunt for a casino in Las Vegas.
I mean, they could have done it in 5 days. That would have already been impressive.
Wow, but that's
Usually, when I fly for like 2-3 hours, I'm done.
Yeah.
4 maybe, but then yeah.
I've got the runway in sight. I'm kind of on a long left base right now. Final, really long final. Anyone else closer to touch and go than I am?
Oh, I actually kind of not too far away anymore.
If you are on short final, let's go.
No, I'm not. Go for it. No, you. No, I
Oh,
insist.
after you, I insist. Yeah.
Of course you are. Once again, you selected a way too small thing. Aircraft, air thing,
Hey,
I'm not even
there's
sure what it is.
I
Abomination.
should fly it in helicopter mode.
Yeah, we're catching up to everybody.
So yeah, so runways, as soon as you touch and go on the first one, it's like pretty much straight into your second.
The flight will be set.
I'm trying to remember, like, where was the shortest crossing or the shortest international flight? Is it Scotland, I think?
Yes, this is Scotland. They land on the beach. They do use or the Islander or the Fokker. The Islander.
Flight in the world. It's 1 minute and 14 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. It's Westray to Papa Westray.
I'm once again coming in way too high.
Oh, I'm actually I'm at the airport actually.
I'm on short final now, but again, way too high for this landing. Again, shooting for not terrible. Alright, I will take that.
I'm on short final as well.
Okay, everyone switching over to Peter. I will take Murph's advice into account and not climb so high for the next airport.
Oh, yeah.
Go up to 1,000 feet to circuit altitude.
So they tend to leave the flight schedule here. They'll take off from Galway City Airport and they'll fly out to the Three Islands, back again, and then back to Galway. I think there's 2 services that run a day.
I'll follow Blue Yonder.
I think he can navigate.
So short final here on Inishmaan.
Okay, going over to Murph's point of view.
That one wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either.
There's so many people flying. It's awesome.
Yeah, we love seeing these big turnouts on Community Flying Friday. Blue Yonder, who is our expert navigator, says, "I'm just following the crowd." You know, there's actually a thing. It's called, you know, the wisdom of crowds, and this is why on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, why the phone or not the phone the Ask the Audience is so effective. Right, I'm already on a really short right base here to the next session go. These are really close to me there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, switching over now, turning final. I'm going to turn player nameplates off so we can see the runway.
Actually pretty high again.
I know, I know. I only climbed about 500 feet. The airport really snuck up on me. I knew it was close. I didn't know it was this close.
Am I going for the wrong one?
It's fine.
It's
One
fine.
white, one red. We're all set. All right,
Oh, it's right there.
Down, throttle, and rotates positive rates. That was all right. I'll take that one. I think that was better than not terrible. All right, who's doing a landing next?
Yeah, I'm on short final.
Okay, over to Peter.
Three 339s.
You want me to actually touch
Sorry,
or
I was muted. My bad. I was talking.
Whole time already.
Now for like
Oh,
minutes.
just ignore it.
That one was terrible, guys. I way overshot
Sorry.
that. We'd
There,
have
I
been,
touched.
we'd have been dead on that one.
I was answering the question what the usernames were, and they pretty much match what you see on the screen. So CDL, so Tom, Peter, Tom Murphy.
I think two-tone, yours is D two-tone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Someone else, now it could have been me, you know, and I forgot the password, but someone else got 2 times. I was like, who has a name like that? So
Do
then
they
I was
ever
like,
log in?
right, and then I was like, well, I don't want to be like, the. Do you know what I mean? The. Like, I couldn't use the, so I said, I'll do the Irish version. De, or D. So yeah, that's, I need to change that. Well, it's too late now. Sure, it'd be grand.
Yeah, and actually Simtom is also very different. Right?
There's a two at the end.
Yeah, exactly. So
So
that's
the original and the one.
Symptom and Symptom. So this is already the third one, but that's the actual one you want to have.
The other ones are customers.
Oh, I'm getting my money's worth from this runway, using every inch of it. That was nice.
Oh yeah.
Good. We pay for runway, we use runway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
If you could switch to my view, I have this nice page.
Ooh, look at that.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
Look at Mother Goose with his 3 little chicks. No, short final without me
And
knowing
I've
it.
seen them every week on the marine stream. So, Limo Kilo Mike.
Now I'm a bit high.
Now where are we at?
Ooh, yeah, Peter, that's more than a bit high. You might. Well, I mean,
It's
you're
You're in a
fine.
helicopter.
You're flying a rotary wing. You're fine. You can just hover.
Yeah, but then
That in a
vortex
fixed
wings-
wing, that would be go around for sure. I think.
I'm like right behind him, and it's like I'm the opposite. I'm way too low. Whoops.
Okay, I'm gonna go again before he's in my.
You touched down technically.
I technically touched down.
Ooh, skim the grass there.
It's
I can get out
Oh my
quick.
goodness.
Two-tone also using every inch of the runway,
Yeah.
getting our money's worth.
Short
from this one.
runway.
Now that's actually degree of difficulty. You give style points to Two-tone on that one, since he's flying a Bonanza, which has a greater takeoff and landing distance than my little Diamond does.
everything has a greater landing distance than your little diamond does.
Well, not the Cub that landed on the Burj Al Arab this week.
No, but yeah, okay. Fair.
I found it interesting, maybe you will know why, but just before he touched down, he would flaps
Richard,
up.
what's up?
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
One ticket.
I need
for
to try that
Nowhere
because like
Airlines.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know
why.
if you want
Was
to
that
fly on
in
this
case
one, Richard. I'm
wasn't
kind of.
available?
No, it's just
I got
to
a new
dump all the
controller,
lift out of the room.
so it's kind of
every remaining
bit
part of it,
shaky.
because you don't want to
Get
you don't
used
want to
to
bump
it,
up,
Because
right?
it really stalls them.
But yeah,
It really stalls them. Yeah,
I
you
appreciate
wanna,
the
you want to
biddings.
dump all
Thank
the
you so
lift out of
much.
it.
Wow.
welcome to the channel.
I need to rewatch.
Today is.
Because how quickly he
I
did
think I
it,
might have
you
tried
swear
to
it was like
stream
an
this
air raid
once
or something.
before, but
Back
today is
in the
Yeah,
basically
because
my first day streaming.
You constantly
Flight
heard
Sim.
the stall horn already beeping the whole way,
I
the whole approach. So we used to
Wasn't
see
even
us on the
sure,
button.
honestly, if my.
And then the moment you touch down, you
Because like I can
pull
play
the-
it
pull the
great,
flaps flat, and then
but
it
streaming
really
and
stalls, so
playing
it really
is a little
settles.
different.
And when it really settles, you can start braking.
On the subject of the stall horn, can we get a dramatic reenactment of what this is?
Jay,
Jane.
I don't know what that was all about.
please.
Press the
Yeah.
clip
But it doesn't
button.
look like I'm dropping any frames or anything, so that's really good.
Jay. Calling Jane for a stall horn.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it.
Yay!
Yay!
Giving
But I
the
see that it
audience what
popped
they
up in
want.
the chat, and I hope it popped up on the screen
Here is
too.
what
I
a
didn't
stall
see
horn
that.
sounds like, everyone.
That's so accurate.
And clip.
It's uncanny how true to life.
And now we know that.
Right?
That is literally going to replace every default stall horn in every aircraft in
I
the
have,
sim.
I have
Yeah.
instantly goosebumps because the moment I hear that in real life.
Now we
it's
know
also
Jane
super
is the one that does
It'd be
the
grand.
sound
I,
for the stall warning.
I kind of want to clip that and set that as my ringtone. My custom ringtone from when Jane calls me. Only.
Only, yeah.
I'll do
Can-
that too. Yes.
Can you send that to the Volkswagen as Sobo when they implement one of the aircraft?
Or to God's friends, and they probably do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we got 5.5
Can someone do the Boeing shaker?
miles left. Recall, I think.
Jane,
I'll
you're
take
getting
that
you're getting a
silence
big
as
standing
well.
ovation from our viewers.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate that.
They do it again.
No.
No, too much of a good
That's what
thing.
Clips is for.
You should do it randomly through the stream, and I'll always be what is happening? What is happening?
still so many people landing here. It's awesome. And then, like, some poor devil is going to kick up all the dust, and then the next person flying into it's like, oh.
Jane Kevy Kev says, I actually thought it was a real stall horn.
Right?
Right? For those of you who are just watching this video, if you've never been around a real plane before, if you've never heard a real stall horn, it is truly uncanny how good Jane's impression is. Like that is really what it sounds
Alright,
like.
this one looks like I'm gonna have to turn left to come into it.
So,
Landed.
we're heading up to Echo India Charlie Alpha.
Yes.
What is it?
It's Connemara Airstrip, or Connemara Airport. And it doesn't get a whole lot of use. Like, it's usually the one out in Galway, which is kind of close to Oranmore, and just outside Galway City. So this one is just a flyover, but by all means, if you want to try now, touch and go.
Oh, this is
Try touch and go.
this is.
That has to be
okay,
done.
well,
Has to be done.
I'm doing a touch and go.
Challenge accepted. Looks like Jane's doing a full stop.
What?
Hold off the
They're
run.
thrown out.
Same actually.
Oh, are you at the final destination? I'm still
There
2
goes
airports
cru-
behind.
Landing.
Cruising at 300 knots. Does,
Yeah, that does help, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cruising at like 80 right now. Yeah, I'm a wee bit of front on it.
Had the
I mean,
pressure's
collect-
off.
Alright,
Collective.
Rich. Hopefully this landing here will be worthy of the
Sorry,
100 biddies.
helicopter
You
purists.
and your rotary wing.
Peter, you should have cams on your setup because you have everything, right? Collective.
Yes, yes, yes. And if I would have had autopilot, I could have set it up.
Flaps?
But now it's a bit tricky. Yeah. Let's see if I can.
Good job, MITU.
Uh,
20.
Fancy Duckman says the fact that I got scared because of the stall horn is kind of funny. It's a sound. If you've ever flown real planes
Yeah.
before, it's a sound that's seared into your
sound.
memory. And Jane's impression, no
Way
joke,
low.
is so spot on that it does sort of awaken those primal memories to every pilot.
What's the name of the woman that did all the her nickname at least?
Betty?
Betty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the polite way to say it, but it's the real version is alliterative, but the polite
Yeah.
stream way to say it is witching Betty.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can
She was
imagine.
picked because her voice was so annoying that it would,
There we go. Hey, that was
you
pretty
would
nice.
wake up and recognize it and hear it, right?
I want to meet the guy who did the Garmin sounds. You know, your man, 500. You ever listen to that guy?
Yeah.
Like the best voice ever.
And then retard. What?
Yeah, that
Boy.
dude. Yeah. It's awesome. Like your man, the Garmin one is fantastic.
Oh,
It is really
Like,
good.
500.
So, Wayland.
Nice,
Yes,
we
that's
got
what
it.
we call
There's the stream safe way to say it is witching Betty. But yeah, she was a longtime employee of was it McDonnell Douglas or Boeing, or McDonnell Douglas that since got bought out by Boeing, and they recorded her voice because they wanted something like high and shrill and annoying.
Cheesy, what's up, dude?
The pilot to be guaranteed to hear it and pay attention. And she has actually been credited
Oh,
with
yeah, we're
saving
way too
many
fast.
lives.
Maybe we get it.
Sweet. Betty's voice is loud.
Oh, yeah.
Stallhorn. I'm gonna apply.
We bounced.
She
That was
actually,
still pretty good.
she actually just retired from Boeing
Oh, wow.
not too long ago.
We have the sun setting here. It looks like this sim always blows my mind at how good it looks. Everyone like has a moment when they're in the sim and they just sit there going,
Wow.
do you know, isn't it fantastic? So pretty. It's almost emotional.
What are your exact weather settings to recreate this?
It's just a few clouds and like the time of day is like 1800. And yeah,
That is a gorgeous shot.
isn't it gorgeous?
Let's see a flow. Do you have the premium or the free version?
I have the premium as
You have the favorite custom script for it?
There are many, but I think the time of day slider tends to be one of these people up. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
How did you get the custom back? Because I also have the pro.
Well, I've enough experience when it comes to coding to know that I'm no good at coding. So I leave that for the very gifted, talented members of our community. But there is a way to do it. I think there's some place in Luxio. I think they'll actually show you which way to put in a thumbnail for it, and then you just load it as a skin. So
Mark does everything premium. Ah, right.
Here's the old
Got your
veteran.
top hat and monocle.
Oh god, yes, that's how it works. And I'm not just stalling. It's okay, don't worry, everything's fine.
Oh, winged out.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
Right, Peter?
You know something
well.
we stopped doing that I should start doing again is take a screenshot at the end and post it with all of us. Cheese and post it in the thread at the end.
Right.
We used to
Oh
do
yeah.
that. I don't know why. I guess we just forgot. No reason.
Nope, we missed it on that.
Ooh. Herbs on final.
No pressure now at all. It's fine.
I'm glad no one saw my landing. It was decent enough.
Was it not terrible? 'Cause that's the
was
standard
not-
we're going for, Shane.
Not terrible. That's it, though. Not terrible. I'm just happy I can just land it all.
So many caribous here. That's awesome.
Yeah, the Caribou has been getting great feedback and reviews from the community. That was the local legend that launched alongside World Update 12 New Zealand back in February. Av Angel, for those of you who follow her on YouTube, does a lot of reviews of new aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim, and she's really in love with that plane now. She's described it in one of her YouTube videos. It's probably her new favorite plane in Flight Sim. So we'd love to see feedback like that. Goblin Zeus says the Caribou is excellent.
It's like one of the most unusual planes, and I think it surprised so many people because they kind of look at it and they're like, "Not for me," and then they fly it and they're like, "This is so good."
Now look at this. I've got a Halo Pelican flying off my wingtip, but it's red. It's St. Patrick's Day, and the default color for the Pelican is green. So Edarin had to manually change from the default to this red livery on the Pelican.
Let's see
And
who we
then
got
there's
around
Hex
us
the Legend
here.
in a very steep nose-up attitude, just barely on the verge of stalling in the Dark Star, also behind me. So quite a
That's a
menagerie
pretty
of
good pilot
aircraft
right there.
pretty much 6 o'clock on this flight. Of course, I'm in the
And that
Diamond
jet
GD20
speed.
with the white, orange, and red and green. Sorry,
Flying like that.
colored livery, so perfect for Ireland.
Did they take off?
Oh, two-tone, that's a nice shot.
Look at the state of that. It's gorgeous, isn't it? If only the real weather was this nice. Do you know, like, there'd be a lot more people in Ireland, I'd say. Because it looks lovely, but, like, just don't get the weather.
Or like 2 days a year, you might get a day or something like this.
Yeah. So Galway, County Galway, well, famous from people who like that song, The Galway Girl. But Galway's not terribly far from me, but I remember coming over here, they had the Volvo Ocean Race. Ever see them guys, the Ocean Race stuff?
Of course,
And,
yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of take over Galway for, you know, a week or whatever. And that's amazing, those races. Crazy. Sail and all this. But yeah, Galway, it's kind of home of like the arts, I suppose, the Galway Arts Festival and so on. It's a big kind of a culture city, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, we got Gibbo Island is in the chat.
Man, Gibbo!
Happy St. Patrick's Day to Gibbo.
It's important now that I tell Gibbo I didn't crash once and my flying has been superb. It actually has, for once. Challenge.
Who's still in the air? I know Jane landed, Tom, you landed. Is it just me and Two-Tone who are still flying?
I'm
Peter,
still flying.
You airborne?
Yeah.
You're airborne?
Yeah, I'm able. I'm trying to get my camera set up, which isn't going great. But terrible, just not going great.
Well, again, not terrible. That's the standard for us.
That's gotta be on a t-shirt. Just not terrible.
A pretty large formation both in front and behind me. Lots of SIP pilots still airborne.
I'm back.
Welcome back,
Nice.
Jane.
Thanks.
Back, Jane.
I think I'm gonna have a little snack.
She has
Oh, is it snack time with Jane?
Charms.
Yeah.
Lucky
I
charms.
hear the cereal that's not even in Ireland.
No, but it is, but it's in the American Isle.
Oh,
They're like
sorry, it's in the
12 euros.
American Isle because it's super American.
So is it
It's
just
like
on my
12
side,
euro
or
for a
does
pack.
it
It's
seem
the
like
most
it's lagging
expensive
out a lot?
breakfast cereal in the world.
It's spend like
It's really
$6 on this. Just for this week.
It's fine.
I love it.
No,
It's
I
just
like
pure
I like the various different ways that our panelists are celebrating St. Patrick's Day. We've got Murph is drinking a craft Irish gin. We've got Peter, who has bought an Irish whiskey that was aged in stout barrels. I've got a bottle of Irish whiskey myself, and then Jane bought a box of Lucky Charms.
Shows you where
Basically.
my priorities are. And sugar.
I'm just wearing a green t-shirt.
That's it.
Equally important.
But you do it so well. I mean, that's the point.
I mean, I'm pro at that. Expert.
You know, and I was looking up the origin of leprechauns before we started because I didn't know how long it's been in Irish lore. And then I asked Two-Tone Murphy. What'd you say, Two-Tone?
I was saying, leprechauns, a great bunch of lads, right? And they come from Leitrim, and they've done a great job. But I think what's more important needs to be shouted out are the leprechaun catchers. Ireland is a leprechaun catcher. He does it well because when you don't see any, that means he's doing his job. But
Right.
it's funny. Yeah, just throws a bone. So yeah, the whole thing with leprechauns, it's all this kind of look at the little people and they're having the crank, and then they kind of turn them kind of into these kind of scary kind of creatures. Right, leprechauns. Yes, isn't it? So
Monsters.
yeah, they can either be the happy-go-lucky, never trust them, but you know, or
Would
of
you
course-
trust this leprechaun?
Well, you see, you know by him he has an agenda.
What is he trying to do?
Just by looking at him. Yeah, look at him. He has a double agenda as well, for sure.
He's up to no good, probably. For sure.
Hey, can you switch to my screen, CD? Maybe, I think I
I'm
have it all set
I'm
up.
on medium final. Are you go to that?
Oh no, not at all. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I also just pointing out, if anyone who didn't notice, there, Ham Man is flying Wombies, which Doomstick.
Oh, and they're all on the ground.
I got it! I got it!
Jay.
There's Lucky Charms literally gone all over.
My dog would be in heaven right now.
You literally had one job.
Lucky Charms.
Oh, Jay.
Not so lucky. That's brilliant.
Oh man.
Goof, yeah, Goof plus plus.
That's what I
Jane is clip gold.
I found out that they're mostly shoemakers, and you can. What I liked about it is that you can hear. They can often be heard tapping their tiny cobbler hammer in the distance, which signals that they are near. They also can be heard dancing away to traditional Irish music, and are even known to play instruments while doing a little jig. I think that's adorable.
That's just the Irish in general.
Yeah.
Leprechauns, yeah.
They live in tiny underground caves or hollow tree trunks. So if you got any of those in your home, check
Beware.
them out. They're dancing today.
We have the
All
woods
right,
here
I
nearby.
have touched down for a full stop. From Peter's point of view.
I think I'm slightly ahead of Peter now. I think.
Yeah, if everyone wants to gather up sort of on the grass fields by the runway, we can all pose for a photo at the end of the stream today. We'll put it on the forums.
I'm near the end of the pack, but I'm coming along. You want me to fast forward a bit, or do we have time?
Oh, we got 12 minutes until the stream is scheduled to end. I think we're
Alright.
probably okay.
I think I should be fine. Yeah.
Just on a short file.
Okay, switching over to Mur.
No filters or nothing. Like that's just the same as it is. It's awesome, isn't it?
It is.
So pretty.
Is it evening or morning for you?
Evening.
I'll switch to evening as well. There we are. Ooh, nice
All
little
planes
lights.
in the back.
Jane is our official photographer for this.
Come closer to each other. Come closer to each other.
Well, look at this.
My bad, guys. I was playing around too
There's
much.
Ham Man. The Wombi Witch mod.
Again.
It's so good.
You are Stables, Hex the Legend. Oh, pretty high.
You have bird's eye view.
Oh, that's a pretty big wind turbine.
Okay, I can see the runway, so we're not that far out.
So that's just a thing.
That's the sky, actually.
I'm on the medium final CD.
Okay, going over to Peter's point of view. Elkin David says, Happy St. Patrick's Day. Join just in time for the final landing.
Someone got a 225 in here. Awesome.
I have a feeling that's going to be a recurring theme on every future flying ride.
But
There's always going to be
firefighters
someone flying
entering a
a
burning
225.
house
No.
will one day save time
Yep,
when
there's
lives
always
are
one.
on the line.
There's always one.
Visualizing
No, I kind of like that
the
people have their own
most
favorite
recent
planes they
scan
fly, whether it's the
will help
225.
speed
Edarin
up
always flies the
decision-making in
Pelican.
the ER.
Hex the Legend always flies
And while
the
the
Dark
woolly
Star.
mammoth is still extinct,
People have their own
that
signature
doesn't mean
aircraft.
students can't take field trips to visit them. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
So,
There's
I'm
the
trying to
Dark Star from Hex.
wipe my hands off really
Hex
good.
is overtaking me now. For,
Oh yeah, for sure, no bro. Hope your flight is going well, dude. I'm just eating some pizza and chicken tenders while we play more Dead Space. I gotta remind myself in this game too, I gotta look for save points and stuff.
It's really quiet. It's Peter concentrating on
Let's
his
see.
right?
Zero cockpit.
Yeah, nearly done. I thought this flight was later today, so it wasn't quite ready. Nice. Excuse me.
That collective is so cool.
It's a nice one, isn't it?
Yukdog and Trey.
Oh, wait, this
you're
is where I
very
was just
welcome.
at. What the hell's
We're here
wrong?
every week, every Friday.
It's like, wait, don't
And
answer
we
that.
always pick a different region, different area, always exploring the world, going somewhere new, and very good time. So same time, same place next week.
Actually, I thought I had this on the inside.
Whoa.
Apparently, I did other.
Well, looks like things afoot.
Okay.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Look at the. I've got a good group posing for a photo. I'm assuming that's Hex and the Dark Star, and then you got a wide assortment of aircraft. Jane, you're also getting a photo set up.
Yeah, I've taken a few
Sure, everything's
groups.
loaded up as much as I can.
Alright, you could
fill
probably
my
turn around,
emails.
right?
What?
It's fine.
So there.
All right, folks. Well, I believe this brings us to the end of Community Fly-In Friday St. Patrick's Day edition. Murph, thank you so much for
No
joining
music or
us.
loud
It's been a
noises.
pleasure.
I haven't been
And
there.
on behalf of our entire community,
Shit, I don't remember.
Fly-In
Oh, yeah.
watching the stream, thank you for putting together such a beautiful flight plan for us today in Ireland. Anything you'd like to share with our viewers before we sign off? You want to plug your own channel? We'll put a link to that in the chat. Let us know what you're doing over there.
Thank you very much. If you haven't by now, well, I'm that fella. But thanks so much, everyone, for flying along this evening. It was a lot of fun, and I need to wear these glasses in public. They're freaking people out.
You should. You really should.
That's what I mean, right? But no, just want guys, a huge thanks for inviting me on. It was a really, really nice flight. The scenery is beautiful. The time of day is amazing with the lighting. And but you all did really well. No one had any issues or problems. I'm so proud of everyone.
No,
Right?
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
landings were not terrible. That's the
No, they
standard.
were right. It's coined, brilliant. But
It's all going brilliant.
yeah, no, just a big happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone, and have a good one.
You too. Oh, look at that sky. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, Peter and Tom, anything you'd like to share there before we sign off?
Have a great one. Yeah, you too.
Fly.
Yes.
All right, and then
Until next week.
Jane, give you
Yep.
the last word. Why don't you let everyone here know what we have on the schedule for next week? We have 2 more live streams, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday before our next Flying Friday. So what's up with those 2?
Yeah, we got our Deb Q&A on Tuesday morning Pacific time, and we have our Reno Air Race Round 2 final round on Wednesday at Manhattan and Zulu. So be sure to be there live because it's way more fun live. So you can cheer on your favorite. I guess they're not streamers. Your favorite simmers.
Racers. We have
racers.
a good
There we go.
international representation, by the way. In our grand finals, I believe we have, of the 7 racers, 2 Americans, 2 Germans, a South African, a Portuguese, and shoot, I'm forgetting where the last one's from. But yeah, it's we'll have all this documented in time for the race on Wednesday. But it's a very international event with some of our racers from all over the world.
Yep.
All right, guys.
So
I'm
we'll
gonna
see
try
you
really
next
hard to
week.
get us a good landing
And
this time.
if you hear this noise, you better figure it out. Bye.
Oh, I
All
saw
right,
the coming
we're,
from
we're ending it
Marco.
right on that note. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Alright, we got 1 red. A bit high still. Oh, we got 2 and 2. We're good. Perfect glide path. No, still too high. 2 and 2 again. Oh, now we're too low. Engines. Good, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. There we go. That was a pretty one. Got it. Turn off here. Bravo. Set our flaps. Good spot right about there. Alright, let's go ahead and go through our shutdown here. Parking brake. There we go. Total of 7 landings. Not a bad flight, guys. Alright, so with that, let me just check real quick. Sorry for the impromptu flight and the no notice. I wasn't expecting it to be out just yet, but at any rate, we came, we saw, and let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and turn the fun over to Cheesy Jokester. Alright guys, so thanks for coming, hanging out. Richard, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I definitely appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, we do a little bit of variety. Hopefully there will be a lot more flight sim coming up soon. And yeah, if you guys would, go ahead and head on over to Cheesy's channel. And I will catch you guys all on the next stream.
I'm dead. Fuck, that's not what I wanted. You bastard. Fuck. Those little scorpion shooting things.